Hello everyone, welcome back to another tier list video. Today, we are gonna be playing, or not playing, what am I saying? We're gonna do a tier list on how fun I think each killer is to go against as Survivor, including Dracula. You guys have been going crazy on my last tier list video with chase musics, and also did really well in the Survivor video, so why not make another video? So we're gonna start off with of course, standard Trapper. So my thing with Trapper is that if a Trapper knows what he's doing and shuts down almost all the loops on the map, he is not really fun to go against. But when he's like an M1 killer and barely has any traps down, then he's like meh, like he's alright. Like if he has no traps, then he's pretty good to go against, because you know it's just a basic M1 killer, nothing to really worry about. However, most of the time, the trappers I play against, because I'm in high elo at times, with my head in MMR, usually they are always set up, so playing against them, you do get some gens done here and there, but loops are almost shut down completely, and it is extremely annoying when my character, Jake, steps into a trap, and it's just, oh! And it's just annoying. So I'm just gonna put him in meh, like he's alright. I mean, like, there's just not really much to say. He's just alright to go against. Not too bad. He's just alright. Next up we have Wraith. Wraith is a weird one. I actually enjoy Wraith, like, more than Trapper. Wraith is, like, not hard to go against. I mean, you just see him cloaked. You can see him from a mile away if you're really, like, paying attention, because he has this little... He's, like, very visible. Like, he seems like a structure. So, he's not all that bad. And you can also, like, spam vault, like, different windows so he can't vault it and block you to, like, counter him. So... the only nitpick I have about Wraith is that if it's a hit and run Wraith, he just hits you and he goes off and he goes find someone else. He is, like, I don't like him at all. But if he, like, continues the chase, which most of them do, I don't like the speed boost that he gets, and you can do some crazy mind games around pallets, and it's really annoying. But I think overall, he's not that bad, so I'm putting him in good. I still enjoy playing against him. He is not all that bad. Still pretty good. Ain't nothing wrong about that. We have the Hillbilly. The Hillbilly is, like, weird. Because he is really fun to, like, I think he's really fun to go against. However, his new mechanic where if he revs it up too much and he gets this, like, blue fire around his chainsaw and he's, like, faster and can turn better, he becomes extremely easy to use and making it so lethal as Survivor to go against, and it is kind of difficult to loop him at times. But I think I like going against Billy more than Wraith, because he still takes somewhat skill, and it's like looping him isn't too bad, because if you hug it tight enough, you should be chilling. So it's, like, really enjoyable. Like, if you go against a really good Hillbilly, like, you can't even get mad at him for that. Like, you're just good at using his chainsaw. And that's about it for Hillbilly. Hillbilly's still really fun, really good killer, really fun as Survivor. Nothing wrong with that. Next up, we have a killer that I do not like going against. I don't like her. I might put her in boring or hate. I don't know if I would say hate, because, like, the thing is with Nurse completely ignores every single gameplay aspect of DBD. You literally, the pallets are useless. Windows are useless. The only way to somewhat counter the nurse is edge mapping her and going on the like edge of the map and like getting as much distance as possible and try to fake her out. But if you go against a good nurse, chances are like chases last so like short, and it just annoys me because there's not really much you can do about it other than mind gaming. But even then, she has 2 blinks, so if the first one doesn't work, she can just capitalize it on the second one. So for that, I don't like it. Like I might put her, no, I think I just don't like her. She's just not fun to go against. I'm sorry for all you nurse mains, but she is just boring. Really fun to play as and get really good blinks and actually get some really good hits, but overall she's not fun to go against, in my opinion. Next up we have Michael Myers. Michael Myers, oh my god, I'm gonna start glazing Michael Myers. Peak amusement. Most fun, one of my most favorite, if not my favorite killer to go against in Dead by Daylight. And there's many reasons. He turns the game into what feels like not a horror game to a horror game. And the reason why I say that is because in tier 1, he has no tear radius. And it's really scary when it pops out of nowhere and he starts stalking you. He also has so many add-ons, so you never know what build this man is running. Like, for instance, one game he could be using Scratched. So he just comes out of nowhere, pulls you off gen, scares the shit out of you. And then there's other times where he's stalking you completely, and he has Infinite Tier 3 and Tombstone. And it just makes it so fun. A lot of people don't like going against his Tombstone, but his Tombstone, in my opinion, it makes it really funny. I've been playing with my friends, and every time I see a Michael Myers running Tombstone, it is so hilarious when I see, like, the chase happening, and then, like, the claws stop moving completely because I know they just got fucking moried in the middle of a chase. And that shit is hilarious. And it's just so fun. His chase music is good. He's an M1 killer, so it's easy loops. Vault speed is fast as well, so it's kind of scary. But overall, amazing. Super fun. I don't know how people don't like going against Michael Myers. If you don't like playing Michael Myers or playing against Michael Myers, you're just crazy. I don't really know what to tell you. And yeah, that's just my opinion. W, straight up W, amazing. Peak amusement at its finest, ladies and gents. Next up we have the Hag. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you. Hag is boring. Hag is so boring to go against. And here's why. Hag is super slow pace killer. All she does is place traps around the map, and if you're on hook, she will camp you with her phastisms traps. I don't know how the fuck you call them, but her traps, right? And it makes it almost impossible to save at times, and it makes this like really campy playstyle, and it is just so boring. And yes, she's slow. You can still loop her, but the traps are so annoying. Gladly, you don't really see this killer too often. But if you do, then it's just not fun, at least for me, because it's just so campy style and doesn't really commit to chases. And if you are getting chased, 10 times out of 10, you're running into a trap and you just get insta-downed. But if she's running Rusty Shackles as well, it's over. Like, you're dead. And if you don't know what Rusty Shackles does, that add-on is probably my favorite when playing her. I don't really play her that much because she, like, sucks. And what Rusty Shackles does is that if you run past a trap, it won't do her, like, clone thingy when she spawns up, like, from the trap. It'll just be completely silent, no clone, no nothing. She'll just teleport right on it with no warning at all. And it's just so frustrating to go against. Moving on. Next up, we have the Doctor. Hot take here, but Doctor is pretty fun. Back to what I was saying. Doctor is pretty fun. Now you're probably asking yourself, why is Doctor so fun to you? Why is Doctor so fun to you, Salt? Well, look, I know a lot of people don't like getting shocked constantly. And yes, it's really annoying because he's like, every time he shocks you. Or he goes like, or something like that. But like, listen to me. Listen to me. The thing is about Doctor is that when you're getting shocked, right? When you're getting shocked, if you press the prompt quick enough, you get the vault off easy. And they start wasting their time shocking you, and there's just nothing they can really do about it because they're losing distance while using their power. And yes, if they do time it right, yes, you go down. But that's just on them. That's just a skill issue. If you don't know how to time it, you don't know how to time it. But looping him is pretty easy, honestly. And it's just so simple. Like, all you gotta worry about is the shocks, and that's it. Like, he's really not that bad, in my opinion. People don't like him, but I like him. That's just my opinion. Next up, we have the Huntress. Bro, Huntress is hit or miss. Bro, Huntress can either be pretty fun, and other times it's like meh. Alright, now I'm gonna explain why. Huntress, like, sometimes her hatchets have the hitbox of a freaking truck, bro. It's crazy. Sometimes it doesn't even hit, and it's just overall crazy. However, going against her isn't that bad. Most of the time they pull up their hatchets like on like pallet drops. So you don't want to throw the pallet, you want to greed. She's not that bad. Could be worse. She's slow, so you can get more loops out of things. She's pretty fun if you know how to like go against her hatchets. So honestly, I have it more as an enjoyable experience. I like her more than Wraith. More than Hillbilly. Actually, yeah. Huntress is not that bad. Huntress is fun. There's not really much to say about it. You go against Huntress almost every day. Like, at least once. Very popular killer. For the right reasons. She's really fun to play. And there's really not much to say about that. Bubba. Bubba. The guy who goes, listen. Listen. Going against the Bubba has to be one of the most fun games ever. Alright? Now hear me out. If I'm going against the Bubba, right? Super fun to loop. Easy to loop. Usually always running Frankies. Franklin's cries, sadly. Which is annoying. But looping him is not that bad. It's actually pretty fun. It's super satisfying when you stun Bubba with the pallet at the right time where he gets stunned. And it's also really satisfying to make him go into a I can't speak. Tantrum. And it's just crazy. Like, it's actually really fun. However, my biggest downside to going against the Bubba, most of the time, if it's endgame and you're on the hook, you're being camped and you're gonna die. There's just no way you're getting off that hook with an insta-down ability like that. Like, there's no way. So for that, I'm putting him in pretty fun. Not really much to say. Pretty spinnable too. Most Bubbles are spinnable. And yeah, let's move on. Freddy. Freddy. Next up we have Freddy. Freddy is a bit of a weird one. If Freddy's running snares, he's enjoyable. Alright, he's enjoyable. However, if it's a Freddy with fake pallets, don't like. Actually, alright. Like, it's alright to don't like. Now, here's why. Freddy dream snares are bearable. Alright? Like, you can deal with it. It slows you down, sure, but you can still loop. Pallets are still there. window is still there. Nothing changes, just your speed. But if it's fake pallets is one of the most frustrating things in DBD, because I'll be looping a pallet, right? And I'll be like, oh my god, this is such a safe loop. I'm not going down, right? And then it comes to the point where Freddy is about to hit you. He's about to smack you on your forehead. Or no, not on your forehead, on the back of your head. And you pull down that pallet and it's fake. And it's just a pile. It's just a splatter of blood. And then all you hear is your character going down as he's swinging through the pallet, and you're just like, oh! And that's just how it goes. So for that, I'm putting Freddy Krueger in... I'll put him in alright, at the top of alright, in my opinion. Next up, we have the pig. A lot of people do not like going against the pig, and I don't get why. Pig has always been fun to me. I used to main her a few years ago. The pig is like, it really depends, because there's other times where the pig, she puts a hat on you when you're down, and then she, after you get unhooked, either A, you're getting tunneled out of the game, or B, she'll just leave you alone. Most of the times they leave you alone, and that's the one I'm going with, at least in my experience. The pig is so fun to loop. She's just an M1 killer, and the pig usually crouches at loops, and it's really easy to just run away and create distance. It makes it so that going against the pig is like, it's not just M1 killer. You have to like strategize when to leave, when not to leave when she's crouched. You're on a crunch time as well with the hat on your head, and you're constantly like on edge with it, which makes for exciting gameplay. There's been a time where I was about to die from the hat, like the trap, and then I got it off last second because I hit like a great skill check, which boosted my progress, and ended up getting it off my head. So she's just honestly really good. Never really goes wrong with her. I always have fun going against her. So for that, I'm putting her above Bubba, above Doctor. I've always loved going against Pig regardless. Moving on. The clown. The clown, the clown, the clown, the clown, the clown. The clown. Circus boy. Fat boy. Guy who eats too many McDonald's hamburgers. This guy... Dude, clown is like hit or miss, bro. Like, I don't know. I think a lot of people, like, don't like going against him. And I can understand, because of, like, the visibility of the screen being hindered. And also being slowed down. Yes, it is extremely annoying, I understand. However, the clown is not that bad. If you know how to pre-drop, and you know how to effectively, you know, literally, what's it called? Vault windows and stuff like that. It's really not that bad. Like, pre-dropping is your best friend. Vault windows fast enough if you have enough distance. Sometimes you might not make it to a pallet. You might have to 360 on the last second because you're slowed down. But overall, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. Like, it really isn't that bad. Like, people make him out to be so annoying to go against. But honestly, he's just in good. I enjoy going against him. It's not too bad. Could be worse. Spirit. Spirit. I don't like Spirit. All you Spirit mains, I don't like you. You guys are probably angry that the Iron... Oh my god. The Iron Will buff happened. And I'm glad you guys are angry, because I don't like this killer at all. If you main Spirit, I can understand why. She's really lethal. But she's extremely hard to counter. It is so difficult to go up against a Spirit. Why? Because the minute I hear that vacuum noise, bro, I just know it's over. Because she'll be tracking your footsteps, and then the minute she unphases, boom, you get hit, and you're just dead immediately. And then you get hit, and then she phases again, dead immediately. It's just so hard to counter. The only way to counter her is retracing your scratch marks or just walking. And if she sees grass move, well, consider yourself dead, because there's no way you're gonna outrun the spirit. Spirit's extremely annoying. If you go up against a really annoying spirit that's like really good, your chances are she's gonna get a 4K and you're just done for. And if you go against a spirit that does not know really what she's doing, it's not that bad. It's pretty enjoyable. But other than that, boring. Don't like going against her. It's literally just get hit, she stands still, phases, unphases, you're dead, and there's nothing you can do unless you stun the pallet on her if you get lucky. But other than that, chase is gonna end super quickly. Moving on. Next up, we have the Legion. I'm pretty sure everyone can agree with me on this. This is a universal opinion, and if you like going against him, you're just a psychopath. Boring as hell. Alright? Boring. And I'll tell you why. I don't want to mend for 70 years. Like, I really don't want to. I hate mending 24/7. He's extremely annoying. The minute I start hearing the tear radius of his rock music, it is just, I just know that I'm just gonna hear and then you just and then you just get stabbed, and then my character's like and then you have to mend constantly, and you're just like and then you're just like mending, and it's just so annoying. And you can't do gens, you can't heal, you can't do none of that because you have to mend, and you're injured the entire game. Don't even bother trying to heal against him, because that just does nothing. It just gives him more time to end chases and less time on gens. So overall, Legion, boring killer to go against. I don't like playing him that much either. So if you like going against him, you're a psychopath. And if you agree with me, you have a based opinion. That's just how it goes. Plague. If I'm being honest with you, Plague is like, Plague is meh, very meh. The reason why is because if you get vomited on by the killer, and you become fully infected, and your whole team doesn't cleanse, if you have good survivors on your team, if your whole team doesn't cleanse, you're just injured the entire game. And I don't like being injured the entire game, but it's not really just being injured, like that's not the main point. I really don't like coughing 24/7, and I'm just like constantly, bro. It is just so annoying, and I have this like green stench around my character, and it just looks like he just looks like a band kid, bro. Like, he just looks terrible. Like, it just looks terrible. But you're just one shot the entire game. And also, if for some reason your teammate cleanses and she gets her power, chances are you're going to die very soon, and there's really not much you can do about it, because that thing is like an AoE. It literally, like, if the Plague that you're going up against spams her power and she just like spews out everything, and like constantly in like a spraying motion with her corrupt vomit, then consider yourself dead. You're just not gonna win that. You're just gonna go down very easily. But yeah, that's just my opinion. Plague is alright, not bad, but not good either. And yeah. Alright, next up we have Ghostface, aka Billy Loomis. So Ghostface has to be one of the most terrifying killers to go against, bro. Like, I'll be on a gen just working on it, and then I'll just get pulled off a gen, and my character will be just like, ah! And just get pulled off immediately, bro. And then I'll just get hooked. Like he actually turns the game into a horror game, bro. Like, he just comes out of nowhere, just pulls you off the gen. But as far as how fun he is to go against, Ghostface is not that bad to go against. He's actually pretty fun. The reveal mechanic in Dead by Daylight against Ghostface is kind of overpowered. Recently, like, I think it's like broken, because I'll be behind a wall and I can still reveal Ghostface even though he has no line of sight on me, which makes no sense. Being stalked by him is kind of scary too, because if you get exposed and you get hit, you're dead. So going against Ghostface, you have to really just avoid getting hit if you're exposed, and you have to like avoid getting hit at all costs. It's like a really like intense gameplay, because you're outlasting a timer that's you know, of being stalked and being one shot. So I think that's really fun. It really creates a intense gameplay perspective, and it also it's like scary too. Also, Ghostface can crouch and moonwalk and stuff, like on certain tiles, and you can't really see Ghostface, which can create like some pretty good plays off of Ghostface. Also, another thing, if Ghostface is like coming towards you in his stock mode, one thing that I really do love that they did about making Ghostface, you can hear his ribbons like moving around when he's moving, when the wind is blowing up against his like cloak, which is really cool. So it gives you like a split second heads up. So overall, M1 killer, pretty fun to go against. I love going against M1 killers. They're not that bad, pretty good, simple. I think Ghostface is pretty fun. Probably like him. I'll put up right there. Pretty fun, really fun, still really fun. And that's my opinion on Ghostface. That annoys me, bro, about the reveal thing. Bro, the reveal thing is so broken at the moment. Like, it actually is. As a former Ghostface main, when you fully stalk someone, you get a 3-second non-revealing run. Oh, dang. I thought you still main Ghostface, don't you? Why are you saying former? Anyway, let's move on to the next killer. Next up, we have Demogorgon. Demogorgon is kind of a weird one. Demogorgon is like he has like portals and stuff, and he can teleport. He's like stealthy and stuff when he comes out of his portals. But that's not what I'm here to talk about. He is an M1 killer. However, there's a little twist. He has this thing called a shred attack, and it is, oh my god, if you go against a good Demogorgon, my god, the shred attack is extremely annoying, but it, like, I understand, like, it's like good, you know, like that's on you, like you know, it paid off if you actually get a good shred attack. But it's really fun going against him, I'm not gonna lie. Demogorgon is really fun. However, Demogorgon can just wait you out instead of like thinking you're gonna vault a window, and you try to go to a pallet, and then he can just shred attack you, and you're just gonna get hit, or you get down, depending on how good the Demogorgon is. I also hate when Demogorgons fake their shred attack when you're like about to get to a pallet, and then they fake it, and then you end up, you know, trying to evade it, right? And then you end up running back into his arms, and he slaps you, and you're just dead. So, but going against Demogorgon is not that bad. It could be worse. Pretty fun, to be honest. Pretty straightforward ability. Pretty good secondary ability. Pretty fun. I'm not gonna lie. I think he's in the back of pretty fun. Like, he's pretty fun. Like, there's not really much to say. He's pretty good. Oni. Oh my god. Oni is not that bad. if you go against an Oni, if you get chased first, if you don't like get hit first and he's still chasing you trying to get that hit, oh my god, it's one of the most fun chases ever, because he's like on you, bro. He is on you, like he is constantly on you trying to get his first hit, and just so he can get his ability. If you don't let him get that hit, it is just amazing, bro. Like, that first chase is so good, unless he leaves you and goes and tries to find someone else. But let's say he does get a hit and it gets his ability. His ability is so stressful to go against, bro. Because once you hear that noise, bro, when he like powers up, like, you just know that he's either A, about to arrive at your location and you're gonna die, or number 2, he's just gonna go around killing all your teammates and putting them down. And if you start slugging, oh my god, the gameplay starts getting intense, because you have to pick up your teammates, you have to do gens, you have to heal. It is scary. Chase music is pretty fire too. Yep. And also, I guess just going against him in general is pretty good, because he has a chance of, you know, hitting like a wall or something in his ability. And if you outlast the time of his ability in chase and he goes back to being an M1 killer, oh my god, it is one of the most satisfying things ever, bro. Like, like, honestly, bro, pretty fun. I think he's like third place. Oh my god, he is so fun. So fun. Pretty fun. Next up, we have my favorite killer in Dead by Daylight, the Deathslinger. The Deathslinger, as a Deathslinger main, it is a lot easier to go against him, because I know all the tricks you can do with him, and, you know, when he shoots, and blah blah blah. He has a pretty good chase music as well as all these other killers. However, going against him is terrifying, because if you're looping, he can shoot over loops relatively easily because of the really small hitbox he has on his harpoon gun. And you have to be really mindful of what you're looping. It has to be something like a taller structure so you don't get shot in the head and be reeled in and you're just dead. But it's really satisfying when you like get shot like by his harpoon gun and you end up breaking out of it, making him stunned, and you get put in the deep wound status effect, which is pretty fun. A lot of people don't like Deathslinger, but honestly, Deathslinger is not that bad. I always weave his shots the minute I'm about to cut a corner, because that's when they all usually typically shoot. So if you know how to go against his ability, it is not that bad. But there's also people that fake their ability, which makes you lose distance. Now that's a little bit annoying, but that's just a nitpick. It's not too bad. I think Deathslinger is like top of good. I enjoy him. He's not super fun, because there's some times where you can get shot and you think you're safe and then you're not, and then it just ends up being annoying. But he's still really fun. I still like him, love him. Playing as him is super fun, and that's my opinion. Executioner, or aka Pyramid Head. Pyramid Head is I do not really like going against Pyramid Head too much. I'm probably gonna put him like in like the back of Meh or Alright, and the reason for that is, like, he can just put his sword in the ground and just fake it and then just hit you, and that I don't like, and I hate that. Another thing is being condemned by his little barbed wire trails. Bro, nothing like annoys me so much than getting condemned, because let's say like you're on your like last hook and you're like downed on a pallet or something, he can just moor you. But that's not like the worst thing. The worst thing is being caged, right? And you get unhooked of the cage, right? and let's say you have like decisive strike or something, perks like that when you get off hooks, or like just on hook in general, just don't activate because of the cage. It is so annoying, and I don't like that. His ability in chase is also really annoying because if you're behind a high wall and he puts his sword in the ground, you're kind of forced to either just completely gamble which way you're gonna go and like decide, you know, where he's gonna shoot his trail of torment, or no, his punishment of the damned, sorry, like his like projectile thing that goes through the wall. You have to predict that, and it forces you to like go outwards, like more behind the wall, like outwards, so then it's out of range so it can't hit you, which makes you lose distance if you're far enough from the like a shack wall. And I don't like that, and it's really annoying, and it can be irritating to get hit by something like that, or he like face it like I said. So that's how I feel about the Pyramid Head. Oh my god, Blight. Ooh my god, I love this killer so much. Love this killer. Blight has to be one of the most fun killers to go against in all of Dead by Daylight, because sure, he's really fast and he's a pretty good killer, but not like, it is so satisfying when he's dashing at you and you literally, like, let's say you fake going left and then you completely weave to the right the minute he's about to slap you with his cane, bro, and he misses, and then you hear that little syringe move, like going, like, it's just so satisfying, like making him miss. And it's just like, you can't really get mad if you get hit by his rush, because at the end of the day, he takes so much skill and you really cannot be mad at the player. And it's just really fun to go against overall. Amazing killer. There's not really much to say, but that's just like his ability. And also, one last thing about Blight, if he's like dashing and he's about to hit you with this cane, you can go into a locker and avoid it completely. Bro, that is so satisfying to do. Love doing that. Amazing. Stellar killer. Next killer we have, oh my god, whoa, what was that? Next killer we have is the twins. The twins is weird, bro, because the twins is like, I don't like going against her. Like, I really don't. I really don't. I'll probably put her in like don't like. And the reason why is because she'll chase me, right? And then either A, hit me with Victor for my first hit, which is fine. Like, I don't really mind that. What I really do mind, and what really pisses me off to my core, is when I'm being chased, she hits me, and then all you hear is that noise of Victor being summoned, and then Victor having like literally the fastest little freaking legs in the world, and then catching up to you, and all you hear is and then he charges up his little attack, slams you onto the ground, slugs you on the floor, downs you, picks you up, puts you on a hook. So annoying. However, it is really nice when Victor misses and then you punt the hell out of that little fetus. I love doing that. That is so much fun, because then you hear a stupid little scream where he's going, "Ah!" and he starts whining, bro. Like, that is so satisfying. However, 9 times out of 10, you're gonna get hit by Victor because it's just such a huge hitbox. One time, it was so bad that, like, it didn't even hit me. It just hit the air and it just counted as a hit. That was so dumb, and I don't like that. Victor has like a stupid hitbox. I don't like that. Boring. Also has the ability to slug like crazy, which is kind of annoying because you have to pick up your teammates. But again, slugging is a strategy, so I understand because I play both sides. Next up we have the Trickster. Trickster is not that bad. Trickster, like, a lot of people are like, oh my god, he's so annoying and he throws like stupid knives at you, like they're literally like plates. Well, listen, Trickster is not that bad. If you know how to loop a high wall thing like good enough and you hug it tight enough, He is literally a sitting duck with slow speed, just throwing knives at you, and if they're inaccurate, and they just suck. I'm sorry to tell you, but this is like, it's not that bad. Like, it really isn't that bad. Going against the Korean Joker, bro, if you just, you know, hug loops tight enough, and you know, what's it called? I'm having a like moment of like confusion. If you just loop it tight enough and you make him run out of knives for whatever reason, because he just sucks at, you know, shooting at you, then it's really not that bad. You can also hide next to pallets and just slam it on him when he gets to you, so he can't throw knives at you, and he's forced to break it, and you get distance. You get mad distance. However, if you're going against main event, that's annoying. That's that, because you die so quickly because there's like 1,000 knives just going and you just bam, and then all you hear is oh, and you're just down. Like, that's annoying, but it's really not that bad if you have high wall loops. But if you're on a low loop, that's different. That's annoying, because then there's not really much you can do other than to just take that hit and just move to the next tile. But other than that, fine. Like, you know, Trickster's alright. Not that bad. Could be worse. Trickster, probably just in the back of good. He's just alright, you know. Next up, we have the Nemesis. Bro, Nemesis, oh my god. You know, hate me if you want to hate me, but Nemesis is actually fun to go against. Like, he's actually so fun. Like, if you go against him, and he like chases you, and he has his tier 1 whip at the beginning of the game, it is so easy to fake him out when you're about to get to a pallet, and you just greet it, and he just pulls up his tentacle whip. It is so easy. And even if you do get hit, you get a speed boost, and you're just chilling. Like, it's not that bad. It really starts becoming an issue when he's in tier 2 or tier 3, because he can break pallets. But even then, if you just bait it and then keep going and you know, make him use his whip and then he misses, and also you just surprise pallet him out of nowhere, that can get you so much distance, and he's literally not that bad. It's just a matter of mind gaming and faking stuff. So he's just really fun. Like, and the zombies are pretty funny too. Can be pretty annoying at times, but they can also help you. I've seen a time where it's actually body blocked the Nemesis from actually getting me, which is pretty RNG based, but pretty fun nonetheless. And these supply crates of vaccines, there's not really much of them, and I understand why, because you really have to like keep infecting people, and it's really hard to keep them infected because you have to hit them with the whip, but it's not that bad. Really fun, so underrated in my opinion, and he has a goofy run, bro, when he's running at me. Like, he looks like he's about to, like, he looks like he'll be running really fast, but he's actually running pretty slow, and he looks like the final boss, like the final goofy boss. And that concludes Nemesis. Pinhead is alright. There's really not much to say about this. Pinhead is alright because it's actually really easy to dodge his chains, but that's not the reason why I don't really like him that much. I don't really like him that much because Pinhead, if no one gets the box, it's over. And if he finds the box, everyone cannot do gens at all, and everyone screams. It is just horrible. No one can do gens, no one can heal, no one can cleanse totems, and if you are doing those things, the rate of doing them are so slow because you're constantly being harassed by chains, and it's just so annoying. Getting the box is pretty annoying, but it's really fun when he spawns on you and he starts chasing you. That I do really like. But it's there's not really much to like say about Pinhead. He's just alright, you know. Next up we have Artist. Artist is kind of annoying. If you're on a gen, then crows will come harass you, and then it's just and you're constantly swatting the freaking things away. I don't like that because she can cross map you, and also she can just put crows down at pallets, so then when you run back into them, you just get absolutely slammed and you just get downed immediately, and it's so annoying. Yeah, I don't really like Artist that much. I'll probably put her in the back of alright to almost don't like. Probably in the back. Don't really like it that much. Next up we have Sadako, or Sadako, however you want to say it. Onryo, Sadako, Sadako, whatever you want to call her. I used to call her 80 abilities because I thought she had like a million abilities when she came out. But Sadako is not that bad. Like, going against her, manifesting and demanifesting is really loud. You can sense it from like a mile away, so you can't really get snuck up on. Also, when she's teleporting, getting out of TVs, you have to, like, decrease your condemned state by putting in the tapes as well, so you don't get absolutely moried. It's not that bad. She's really straightforward. Not that bad to go against. I say she's just enjoy. Not that bad. She's just okay. Next up we have the Dredge. Don't like him at all. I actually hate Dredge. And you're probably asking yourself, why do you hate Dredge, Salt? Listen, Dredge on his own, M1 killer, fine, easy. Teleporting to lockers, easy. You can lock stuff. But that's not the reason why I don't like it. The reason why I don't like it, he's being buffed in this next update for whatever reason. And this is my main reason why I hate him so much. You ready to hear it? Drum roll, please. Nightfall. Nightfall has to be one of the most annoying mechanics ever, bro. It, like, as soon as you hear that annoying noise when it's about to proc, it is just so frustrating. And then your screen turns all black, and then your brightness goes from being at normal to like negative 999 million, bro. You cannot see nothing, and you can't even see gens. You can only hear stuff. The Dredge has a better sense of sight in that, like, when in Nightfall, it is so annoying. And it's just like, it just removes the ability to find more loops and stuff. And it being chased while being in Nightfall is just irritating. And I don't like it. I actually hate it. So, for whoever invented this mechanic, for whatever reason, please remove it or something. Or do something to tweak the brightness. Because, my God, it is so bad. And it's just so unenjoyable to the point where I'm ripping out every single one of my hair follicles trying to go against him. I don't like him. Never did. Because of that one mechanic. Everything else is so solid. And even his little remnant thing where he teleports back to it, if he places a remnant, that's fine. That's completely fine. But the Nightfall is just utter bullshit. I don't like it. Moving on. So, next up, we have Wesker. Oh my God. Wesker is S tier for sure. I know he's played extremely often, but there's a good reason for that. He's extremely fun to play and extremely fun to go against, in my opinion. Because, bro, you literally weave his dashes, his two dashes, and you see him go the completely opposite direction from you. Is so satisfying. He's like in this little animation of putting his little tentacle away. Bro, that is so satisfying, and it's so fun to pull off. It's also really cool that he can, like, you can make him vault windows if you fake it. Like, that's really cool counterplay. Chase music is amazing. The way he runs is so goofy. I just love everything about it. His ability is so fun to go against, even when being thrown, for crying out loud. Like, it's just peak entertainment, in my opinion. And for that, he deserves S tier. And also, the deodorant spray cans, that's also pretty good. Like, that's a good gameplay mechanic. Completely fine. Love it. Love going against him. Amazing. Please behavior. Like, make more killers like this, because it's just so so masterly crafted, and I cannot like appreciate behavior more for this. Next up we have the Knight. The Knight is like pretty weird. Knight is like he's just alright. Like him better than Artist. Like all he does really is just like put his sword in the ground to like put a patrolling guard, or whether it's the Carnifex to break pallets immediately. I don't know if a lot of people know this, but to all the people that play Knight out there and don't main him, I mean, I don't main him, but if you use the Carnifex, which is the big chubby guy who looks like off-brand Trapper, if you use him, he breaks pallets immediately, like this, like immediately, bruh. So use that to your advantage if you want to end chases faster. He also has the assassin guard, which is really annoying because if you get hit, then you have to mend because he puts you in the deep wound. And then we have the jail cleric guy, who has the biggest radius out of all of them. But that's not really what annoys me. What annoys me is that like, sure, I'll be looping a pallet, and then he puts a sword in the ground to put a guard, and I'll leave the loop, but then if he puts his guard in a strategic place, and if it's like the jailbreaker, like it's the what's it called? Or no, the jailer I meant. Like the little cleric. If you get spotted by that and he's chasing you while the guard's chasing you and the knight's chasing you, that's really annoying because there's not really much you can do about it. But I'm glad they did do the change where the thing runs out faster if the knight is closer to you while being chased by a guard. So I'm glad they did that. Amazing mechanic. But overall, he's alright to go against. He's not too bad. Could be worse. Skull Merchant, boring as hell to go against. I hate her. Don't like her. And the reason for that is Skull Merchant is just utter bullshit. She'll just put all her drones on like gens and like main points of interest in the maps. And like what I don't understand is how come when running in the radius of the drones, it makes you slower, it also injures you, and puts you in the deep wound status effect so you can't see shit. It's just terrible. Like, it's just so annoying to face. I don't like it. I actually hate it so much. And on top of that, the Skull Merchant's getting faster as well while being in the drone radius. Like, it is crazy. And when she places down her drone, she has this speed boost for like a bit. Bro, it is just impossible to loop her. You're just gonna have to pre-drop. There's just not much you can do about it. And if you're in a 3-gen, good luck, bro, because you're not winning that. There's no way. And even when disabling it, it does absolutely nothing. It'll just get back online after like a minute or two. It is stupid. I hope she gets changed. Next up, we have the Singularity. I also hate this guy so much. Singularity has to be one of the most overpowered killers like ever. And I know what you're thinking. Well, Saul, you can just get an EMP and just destroy it and get that little thing off your back. Or, always have an EMP. Well, not all the time. I'm constantly, printing out an EMP. You know that, right? And it's like, if you get infected by the Singularity, bruh, there's not much you can do. Because when you get infected, he's gonna teleport on you, like right behind you. He's right behind you. He's right up your ass. Alright? And he's just like in overclocking mode, this little green mode that he has. And he is faster at doing everything. If he teleports on you and you throw the pallet, it breaks immediately. He breaks pallets faster. He vaults quicker. It is just... he basically turns into like Superman, bro. Like, there's nothing you can do. It's just OP. Don't like it. But if you have an EMP, it makes it a little bit more bearable to go against. But other than that, hate him, don't like him, he's boring, never enjoyed him. Alien, oh my god, Alien is pretty fun. Oh my god, I'm putting him in like pretty fun. Alien is so underrated. I don't know why a lot of people don't talk about him too much, like how funny he is, or no one really talks about it. Like, I just made a video, you should probably check it out if you like killer gameplay videos. I made a killer gameplay video on Devour Hope with Alien literally like 3 days ago. He's so fun to go against. I love baiting out his tail and faking pallets and stuff like that. It is so satisfying. He's a little bit harder to predict when he's in crawl mode because he's lower than some of the obstacles that you have when looping him. So you're more prone to being mind gamed easier. His tunnels are scary. It scares the hell out of me sometimes. So it's really good, pretty fun. His turrets are pretty satisfying to use to knock him out of his power. Overall, pretty fun, underrated. I love Alien. What can I say? Next up, we have Chucky. Oh my god. Chucky has to be one of the most boring freaking killers to go against, in my opinion. If you like going against Chucky, I don't understand why. Please tell me why you like going against him, because I don't. I actually hate him so much. He's just so annoying. One, he's small, so it's hard to see him over loops, which sucks. Number two, he has a stealth mode as well, so he comes out of nowhere and hits you and gets a free hit. And my third point, this is the most annoying thing about him, and it's literally, he has coup de grace times 10. He literally has the longest lunge ever because of this slice and dice mode, where he can just do a big lunge, he screams, and then he does this lunge, and then you can get hit, and then you get downed. That is extremely annoying. I hate it so much. He can also vault over pallets and then continue his little lunge that he has. Oh my god, it's just frustrating. It's so annoying. I don't like it at all. It's just boring to me. Hate him. Never liked him. I hate his Terror Radius music. I hate his chase music. I just hate everything about Chucky. If you main Chucky, I'm sorry that you are hearing this, but this is just my opinion. Please bear with me. Next up, we have the Unknown. Unknown, oh my god. Unknown is actually pretty fun. I'm putting him at the... I'll put him, like, above Alien. Unknown is just absolutely amazing. He's probably the creepiest killer that ever has been added to Dead by Daylight. It's just amazing. Like, literally, the Unknown has the ability to infect you with this UVX thing, and it's like a radius thing that can go through walls. It bounces off of walls. It also injures you if you're infected. You can also look at him so you can get rid of it, which is pretty cool. So there's some sort of counterplay, thankfully. And it's just pretty fun. Like, it's really easy to, weave his UVX. It's not that bad. Like, could be worse. He can also teleport, which is pretty scary. Could be dispelling one of his clones, and then you just get absolutely destroyed because he teleports on it. It doesn't happen often, but when it does, it's scary. Pretty fun killer to go against. Chase music, pretty good. Love it. Super fun. Next up, we have Vecna, or the Lich. I don't know why they called him that, but in my opinion, peak amusement. I don't know why, but the more I've been going against him, he's just so fun to go against. Like, I don't know what it is. Like, he's so easy to go against. Like, people have been, sleeping on going against this killer. Like, yes, I know he's bad, as a killer, he's not that good. But going against him, oh my god, if you know how to counter him, he is one of the easiest killers to ever face. It's not that hard. He has, a million abilities that are really mediocre, and it's pretty easy. He looks pretty stupid as well, so you laugh at him, during chase. Well, at least in my case. So he has this one ability, which is the most famous out of all of them. He, disperses all of his little stupid skulls, and if you get touched, well, pause. If you get hit by one of those skulls, you know, one of your health states gets taken away from you, so you become injured. But that's not that bad, because not many people know about this, but if he uses that ability, you can literally just crouch and evade all of them, regardless if you're like right next to it or not. You just completely evade it, and oh my god, it is so funny when you make a miss when you crouch under his stupid little skulls. I love doing that. It is so much fun. Another oh my god, I can't speak. Ability that he has is picking up pallets. That one is so stupid. I don't know why they added that, because yes, I know he can pick up pallets when you drop them, but that just means that you can just reuse that pallet again, and it's really not that, like, it doesn't really like hinder the survivors at all. Like, sure, you might get down because of it, you might get hit because of it, but then you get to reuse the pallet. It's like he's using any means necessary to pick up the pallet for you, and to that, for that is just dumb. I don't know why they did that. And the other ability that he has, which is probably his best one, is that he can hold up pallets, so then you cannot drop it down. But what's so dumb about this killer is that if you search his treasure chests and you roll, like, let's say like a 17 or something, you know, and you get like a good ability, for example, one of his abilities where one of the abilities that you can pick up from the chest and put it like on your like feet is basically when, if he, you know, blocks the pallet and you cannot drop it, it makes you faster and for like a certain amount of time, so you can go back to the pallet and drop it again. And to, you know, for the Lich, bro, like, that's actually really bad. Like, you get countered of your own abilities from your own stupid mechanics, and to that, I don't know why, but it's just so fun. And also when he's flying and shit, it is just hilarious. He just looks stupid. He just looks like I don't even know. He just looks like a wannabe Superman who literally got burned with acid and just looks like a freaking ghoul. And it's just funny. So overall, pretty fun to go against. And also the stupid mimic chests that like eat you alive if you could roll like a 0. That's funny as well. But I also hate getting broken keys from those chests and like brown medkits. Like, that's stupid. But yeah, that's my take on the Lich. Next up we have Dracula. Now I haven't faced him yet, but I've seen what he does. He's a mix of Pyramid Head, as well as the Wesker dashes when he's in the wolf mode, and he has bats, so he can travel around the map like Spirit, but cannot see survivors. He can only see scratch marks, and he can teleport to windows with his bats mode. I feel like he wouldn't be that bad, if I'm being honest. So where I'm gonna forecast this, I think he'll be in like I feel like he'll be in like good, at the bottom of good, if I'm being honest. I just think I wouldn't like his wolf form. I think that's gonna be annoying. But other than that, that is my entire tier list. If you enjoyed, put a thumbs up on the vid. Sub if you want. Yeah, this concludes my entire tier list. And thank you for watching. And if you watched all the way up until this point, I appreciate you for that. And lastly, thank you for the constant support on the views, the likes, the comments. I do really appreciate it. It motivates me to keep doing this. So without further ado, I'm gonna just conclude this and rest my voice, because my voice is so dry. So yeah, thank you everyone for watching, and have a good one, guys. It's been fun, and Salt is signing off. Peace.